Hey guys, this is Andrew, and you're watching from the Watchtower. Today's video I'm actually going to do on my top 5 superhero movies coming out in 2014. We're going to start right away with number 5. It's not really a full-on superhero movie, but to me it always will be. I'm going to do the RoboCop. So the new RoboCop movie's coming out. I'm really stoked. I always grew up with the originals. Murphy is God. Woo! But my opinion, this movie looks dope. Can't wait to see it. I hope it brings back memories from my childhood. I hope they do justice and pay homage to the originals. The original RoboCops were some of the most badass movies back in the day. I grew up with those movies. That's why I had to make my list, regardless superhero or not. Murphy will always be one of my favorite movie heroes. So, RoboCop number 5. So we're gonna go to number 4. It's gonna be the Guardians of the Galaxy. Really stoked on this. A lot of people weren't fans of the comics when they first came out. Personally, I love the original comic series. Rocket Raccoon is a badass. Can't wait to see him. Bradley Cooper is actually going to voice him in the movie. So, I mean, if you guys don't know who Bradley Cooper is, Hangover, this is the teacher guy. But off that subject, you're going to have Vin Diesel as Groot. You're also going to have Dave Bautista is playing Drax the Destroyer. And Drax is just a boss. So, I mean, they picked an awesome guy to play him. Dave Bautista has definitely got the physique. He's definitely a badass enough to do it. Drax drops fools. Drax beat the shit out of Thanos. I mean, you gotta think that Drax the Destroyer is a bad mofo. You don't want to mess with that guy. I mean, you got Star-Lord. You got everyone coming into this movie. It's going to be really dope. The only part I'm kind of iffy on is they already got Rocket Raccoon. He's definitely going to be one of the comic reliefs. But they're bringing in John C. Reilly. Yes, Dewey Cox is going to be the agent from S.H.I.E.L.D. that's in charge of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like the liaison. So we're going to have to see where that goes. I don't want it to be too much comedy. I want it to be really dope. I hope they go with the whole Infinity Gauntlet and go that whole way with Thanos, because that's what I've heard is going to happen, because he's not going to be the villain, obviously, in Avengers 2. It's going to be Ultron. So I'm hoping the Guardians of the Galaxy do the whole Thanos way. Get to see Drax drop freaking Thanos. Can't wait. But that's why it had to make my list. Number 3, I'm actually going to have to give to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Really stoked on this movie. It looks really cool. Jamie Foxx is an amazing actor playing Electro. You got Paul Giamatti as Rhino. Even though they're going a little bit different than I would have liked. I would have liked to see a big mutated Rhino. But no, they're going to go mech suit Rhino, which is okay. I'm willing to give it a chance. The trailers and all the different posters and everything make him look like a freaking transformer. You're going to see Optimus Prime pop out of this beast. But you have to give him a chance. Paul Giamatti's a great actor. He could probably pull the character off really well. I'm pretty sad that they're going to go the route of starting with Harry Osborn as Green Goblin instead of Norman. Because in the previous movie, you don't even see Norman. We hear that he's deathly ill. He's dying. The next movie, you get to see him, but all the previews and the posters show the character Harry playing Green Goblin, which I'm cool with. A lot of people don't like the Amazing Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield, because I've had multiple people refer to him as they're way too Twilight-ish to be a Spider-Man movie. But my opinion, Andrew Garfield pulls the character off so much better than Tobey Maguire. The first 2 movies were dope. I'm not going to lie. Third one was the worst fucking Spider-Man movie ever. And, I mean, everyone knows it. Even the director knew that they did it. But, got to give it a chance. Like I said, Andrew Garfield, I can't wait to see Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone. From what I've seen in the previews and the screenshots and everything, looks like we might actually get to run up to that inevitable end of Gwen Stacy, like in Amazing Spider-Man 121, where Goblin throws her off of the bridge. Peter goes down and web slings her back up, but when he catches her, he breaks her neck. She dies. Next issue 122, he goes and he kills the Goblin in revenge for Mary Jane. Great comic series. If you haven't read them, 121 and 122, the Amazing Spider-Man series. Great reads. You guys should check them out. But I love this movie. They're going more towards the traditional suit for Spider-Man, which is really cool. Getting away from the craziness. I liked the last suit, but it was way too off point from the original. So like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see. It looks like it's gonna be a great movie. That's why it had to make my top 5. Made number 3. Number 2 is actually gonna go to Captain America: The Winter Soldier, just because Winter Soldier is one of my favorite storylines. Plus, they're bringing in Falcon. Cap and Falcon is one of those comic duos that I grew up with in Marvel. Captain America and Falcon. Great comic series was the original Captain America series. When Falcon appeared, it was made it even better. Giving him such a badass sidekick was so cool. And Falcon's a member of the Avengers. So hopefully it'll carry on. We get to see Falcon in the Avengers too. Age of Ultron. Maybe. You never know. At least cameo in it. But that's why Captain America had to make my top 5. Love Chris Evans as Captain America. Not gonna lie, he made an amazing Johnny Storm. That douchey attitude that he had. But can't wait to see him again as Cap. I love the first Cap. The story build up and everything was awesome. Red Skull was dope. Maybe we get to see Red Skull again. You never know. But can't wait to see it. But number 1 on my list is going to have to go to X-Men Days of Future Past. By far my favorite X-Men comic series of all time. It's where the Sentinels take over, Trask Industries starts running everything, and the Sentinels come and they kill off almost every mutant. And in the comic series, they send back Kitty Pryde in the past, where she can convince everyone to help prevent Trask Industries from taking over and the Sentinels from coming, and the inevitable end of all the mutants. But in this movie, they're not going to focus on Kitty Pryde. She is going to be in the movie. I'm stoked on that. She's still going to be there, but they're going to send Wolverine back. Because the way they laid out the movies, Kitty Pryde would be a sperm in some guy's ballsack at the time that they're going to send him back. So, Wolverine, good choice. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. You can't make an X-Men movie without that guy. No chance in hell. But he will always be Wolverine in everyone's eyes. And I think he's an amazing actor. It's going to be awesome. Patrick Stewart's back. You're going to have everyone of my favorite characters is back in this movie. You get to see all the different backstories colliding. They're going to take place in the 70s. You're going to see all the different mutant fights and everything with all the different, like, all the stuff that was going on in the 70s. They're going to bring everything together. It's going to be a dope storyline. Can't wait to see it. The Sentinels are kind of small from what I've seen. Would like to see the huge, gigantic Sentinels that everyone's used to. But you got to do what you got to do. This movie looks amazing. I want everyone to check it out. And that's my top 5, guys. So go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to my channel. And again, this is Andrew, and you're watching from the Watchtower.